Over the course of the war, Mississippians served on the front lines of many battlefields, pushing the line forward and fighting for their country. Some people ascended into leadership positions, while others became well-disciplined soldiers. All told, 182 Mississippians gave their lives out of the 1,000 who served. Wait, someone pause the video. This isn't the war we're talking about. Let's back it up, say, around 15 years or so. Whoa, right there. Stop. Alright, and play. There we go. The Mexican-American War. A sometimes forgotten conflict in United States history due to that larger war 15 years later. Let's discuss the impact of the Mexican-American War on Mississippi. In 1836, people in the northeastern region of Mexico gained their independence and formed the Republic of Texas. While the Republic of Texas had ongoing conflict with Mexico, the U.S. saw potential to expand its territory. The South, in particular, was interested in adding Texas as it wanted to increase the voting power of slaveholding states. James K. Polk was elected president in 1844 after running on a platform that supported adding Texas as a state, which is known as annexation. Once in office, President Polk sent a commissioner, General Zachary Taylor, to Mexico City to discuss annexing Texas and purchasing additional land for the United States. Diplomacy ultimately failed and fighting broke out along the Texas border between General Taylor's men and the Mexican Army. Congress formally declared war on Mexico in 1846. President Polk organized an army of 20,000 men led by 6 brigadier generals, including John A. Quitman of Natchez, Mississippi. Quitman, a lawyer and legislator, became commander of a brigade under General Taylor. Mississippians showed unwavering and enthusiastic support for the war. More than 17,000 men volunteered to fill the 1,000 slots allotted for the Mississippi Regiment. Contests were devised, and the best soldiers were selected. The men elected Jefferson Davis of Warren County as their regimental colonel. Davis was 38 years old when he was elected colonel and took leave from Congress to serve with the Mississippi Regiment. Davis thoroughly trained the Mississippians and transformed them into an elite fighting force. Now, a soldier during the Mexican-American War would look much different than a soldier would today. This jean jacket, used by Francis A. Wolfe, was standard issue during the war. A soldier would carry several tools, a canteen, and a bag of ammunition into combat with him. Jefferson Davis used his political position to equip his unit with the most modern firearm available, which had a rifled barrel that allowed for more accurate firing. Both the rifle and the regiment would become known as the Mississippi Rifles. In February of 1847, General Taylor and his 4,600 troops, including Jefferson Davis and the Mississippi Rifles, were encamped at a Mexican mountain pass known as Buena Vista. They engaged in a 2-day battle against the 15,000-man Mexican army, led by General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna of Alamo fame. During the battle, Colonel Davis ordered the Mississippi Rifles into a special V formation and famously commanded, "Stand fast, Mississippians." The regiment held the line and forced the Mexican army back. As night fell, the Mexican army retreated and the Americans won the battle. This flag, presented to Davis, commemorated the success of the Mississippi Rifles. Weeks after the victory at Buena Vista, more American troops began to march on Mexico's capital. Does everybody remember General Quitman from earlier? Well, on September 15, 1847, Quitman helped capture Mexico City and was installed as governor. The Mississippi Department of Archives and History has a collection of documents belonging to former Governor Quitman. In one letter, he promised to bring his son a saddle back from Mexico. We have this ornate saddle pad and these holster covers on display here in the Museum of Mississippi History. On February 2, 1848, a new Mexican government signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo with the United States. The treaty stated that the United States pay Mexico $15 million. In return, Mexico would give up the land that would eventually become a significant portion of the American West. Finally, any future problems between the two nations would be settled without war. The Mississippi Rifles are remembered as a brave and disciplined regiment. They later became the 155th Infantry Regiment of the United States Army, a unit whose motto remains to this day, "Stand fast." General Quitman returned to Mississippi after the war, served another term as governor, and then became a congressman. Jefferson Davis returned and became a U.S. Senator, served as Secretary of War for the United States, and eventually became President of the Confederate States of America during the Civil War. The debate over slavery in the newly acquired territories increased tensions between the North and South. Both Quitman and Davis defended the rights of slaveholders to bring enslaved people into U.S. territories claimed during the Mexican-American War. This so-called Forgotten War had set the stage for the American Civil War. A generation of Mississippians received national acclaim and had been prepared for battle. But that's a story for another day.